welcome to another video. So it came to my attention that people are actually interested in having a sneak peek in my personal statement. Here it is. So you asked and I provide. I'm a little bit embarrassed to kind of expose my work to the public, not gonna lie, because honestly, if you compare my work with other people's, you would literally see the difference because of the use of vocabulary. So I kind of tend to repeat my words, and that is kind of pathetic. So yeah, if you compare my work to other people's, I know for a fact that my writing is kind of mediocre. But again, it depends on your writing style. And I also gotta give credit to my friend who helped me out with my personal statement, which is honestly the same friend that kind of dragged me to apply to Waseda University in the first place. So technically, she is kind of partially responsible for whatever documents that I need to submit to Waseda. Jokes aside, she was honestly more than happy to help me out with my personal statement, so I was in good hands. And to top it all off, she wants to be a journalist. So her English is way better than mine, so I would take whatever help I could get at the time. Enough said, let's just move on to the video. So I'll be dividing this video into two different sections, which is the format and the content. So let's just start off with the format, shall we? As for the format, it was honestly pretty clear in the application guide about what they want in our personal statement. So, in my personal statement, I kind of focus on 4 different things. So, the first thing is my interest in civil engineering, my personal growth, my educational background, and some extracurriculars that I did. And finally, I also wrote about why I chose Waseda and my plans after graduating and whatnot. So yeah, I guess let's just jump right into the introduction. So basically, I just gave a brief explanation about why I'm interested in civil engineering. Like, in my essay, I just wrote about when I was a kid, I was so interested in doing puzzles and playing with building blocks. And then I also wrote something like, as I grow older, my interest in the natural sciences, specifically in physics, kind of grew as well. So in a nutshell, I was fascinated by how the implementation of scientific knowledge can provide convenience, support, and even safety to society. So basically, I ended the paragraph by saying something like, I want to be a civil engineer because I want to provide all of the things that I've listed before to the society of Indonesia, because there are still a lot of students, workers, and even like everyone in general that didn't have the luxury to experience some facilities that we have in the main cities like Jakarta. That's literally why I wanted to be a civil engineer in the first place. So in my second paragraph, I started it with sharing my language skills, if you will. I just told them that, yeah, I speak Bahasa Indonesia and English fluently. I connected this fact to my communication skills. I also connected to the fact that when I was younger, I was so bad at communicating. And let me explain. So a little bit about me that most people don't know is that I was such a quiet kid back then. Like, it was so hard for me to talk to other people. Going back to my personal statement, I wrote about how I kind of overcame the obstacle that I call myself by participating in a competition called the World Scholars Cup, where it kind of forces you to work alongside people and to continuously keep talking. And mind you, that this competition was held throughout the year of 2017. So I had to talk to a lot of people throughout that year, and I was practicing my communication skills at the time. So this kind of boosted my confidence in speaking up and reaching out to other people. I guess that experience kind of shaped the person that I am today. I joined this competition in grade 8. The years after grade 8, my social skills just went up. I mean, I was able to talk more, talk freely, and I was assigned in a lot of different organizations or roles, and it was pretty fun, not gonna lie. I don't know, I think showing your personal growth in your personal statement can be something like an indication that you are open for change. So in my personal statement, I kind of wrote something like, I would not have been able to experience these events without taking the first step of challenging myself and trying new things. So the next thing that I added in my personal statement is my educational background and the extracurriculars that I did. So in terms of my educational background, I just said that I was an IB student. I attended classes like physics HL and language HL. Yeah, those are my prized possessions. And I also told them that my interest in civil engineering can be seen in my extended essay. So if you don't know, IBDP students have to write this essay called extended essay, and it's basically like a research paper that you can talk about literally anything. And in my extended essay, I basically talked about the physics of bridges. Your girl actually wrote a paper about bridges. That was a whole other story. And if y'all are interested in looking at my EE, I'd gladly share it. Anyway, if you're interested, please, leave it in the comments. So yeah, I might make one because that extended essay was the end of me. But anyway, I told them that I made an EE about the physics of bridges because I was just passionate about wanting to be a civil engineer. And then moving on to the extracurriculars that I did in high school, I basically told them that I joined organizations like Momentum.web, and then I also taught people. I think I mentioned this in my other video about me teaching other people. I told them that I taught people the syllabus or curriculum of the competition World Scholars Cup. I literally taught them arts and literature. I love those two subjects, so it was really fun for me to, teach. And last but not the least, the last paragraph. So in the last paragraph, we talked about why I chose Waseda in the first place. I started my paragraph by saying something like, yeah, I hope to become a civil engineer and finally apply my knowledge to the community around me after I learned in Waseda. I chose Waseda because the infrastructures and the public transportation in Tokyo are closely dependent to one another, which kind of provides access to the people who want to travel within the city without any complications. The fact that this is happening in Tokyo kind of inspired me to maybe to add this idea to Jakarta or other cities in Indonesia, so that it can improve our infrastructures or, public transportation systems. In the end, I just said something like, yeah, I believe that there is actually still room for improvement in Indonesia, and I wish to contribute to the process of building a safer and a more convenient city for everyone to live in. And that's how I basically ended my whole essay. I guess that's all for my personal statement, and I would just like to clarify that, as the name of the essay suggests, it's a personal statement. So everyone has their own story that they'd like to share to other people, and I guess this is my story, and I would just like to share this with the Waseda people so that they could know who I am through just an 1,000-word essay. I hope you guys learned a thing or two from my video, and maybe I'll see you in my next video. Bye!